intro, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast. Happy Mondays. This is week 2, day 1 of Jackson Friends, Jackson Blank. And my friend today is DiMicco, fashion girly, influencer, designer, founder, someone I've been following for so long and I've never met before. And I'm so excited to meet you. Hi, Cass. Welcome to the show.
Hi. I'm too excited. Like, it's actually a problem. This morning I was literally singing in the shower. It's Jackson Casson, where your host.
We could do a live theme song today.
I know. I mean, I don't want to make Claudia jealous, but you know.
Do you have a nice singing voice?
No,
it didn't sound like it. It didn't sound
bad. It was bad.
But I can say that because mine's really bad too. But if you had a nice voice, like maybe we could do a live take. But I think the two of us together, people will turn off this episode before they even get a chance to know you, and that ain't right.
I know. I'll try not to sing too much today.
Oh no, you can sing. No, please sing. I guess last week I did my first week of Jackson Friends while Claudia's on maternity leave. Claudia, we love you and we miss you, and we're just so excited for everything that's happening for you. But I did my first week of Jackson Friends, and now that I think about it, we did not really sing, except for Joey and I did a really tone-deaf version of Country Fried. So if you would like to sing, I would love it.
Yeah, I'll leave that intro. That could be my only appearance for singing for now.
Well, just feel free is all I want to say. And they're used to a bad voice because they listen to me a lot, and they're very tolerant, the audience, the toasters, which you are a toaster.
Oh, I'm not a toaster. There's you guys need a new word for there's toaster, then there's super fan. I'm super fan.
Okay, so you listen every day.
Listen every single day. Patreon, merch, redheads.
Really?
I don't keep up with every book, but if I read a book, I will go
listen to the corresponding episode. I love that. Yeah. We're recording Redheads this week. Actually, I'm reading the book. I'm so behind, but I literally say that every single month. Once a month on the show, I'm like, I'm reading for the Redheads. I'm so behind. And I don't want to bore you guys. So I'll just leave it at that until the episode comes out. But please introduce yourself for the listeners who might not know Cass yet, but you probably do because you've probably seen her things all over the internet. Yeah?
Yeah. I'm definitely... This is going to be fun because I'm definitely have this more persona on my Instagram. Yeah. I feel like it's very... elevated and this just very aesthetic girly.
You're very aesthetic.
I'm very aesthetic, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that you'll just own that and not be like, oh, I am? I didn't realize.
Yeah, no, I try really hard. It's not like an effortless thing. I try very hard. But in real life, I'm just like a normal girly swirly normal galley
going about your life, but also you are very aesthetic, but also in service of your brand.
Exactly.
So you founded a brand called Orium, which is fashion it's mostly accessories, right?
Yeah, so it's all accessories. So we sell sunglasses.
You've seen the sunglasses.
Belts,
I think Claudia wore
jewelry.
them in this studio when she was wearing sunglasses while we recorded in Florida.
Yeah, exactly.
You've seen, your sunglasses are viral, and the earrings.
Yeah.
And the belts.
Yes. Yeah, so we are an accessories brand. It's kind of all about the art of accessorizing is our tagline. It's all about kind of just dressing simply and adding accessories. It's just an easier way to get dressed. Today I was like, shit, what do I wear?
Yeah.
I threw on a t-shirt, jeans, and a cool belt and earrings and boom, done. Out the house.
It's so true. Technically you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt, but you look so elevated due to your accessories. I'm not much of an accessorizer actually. I'm very much my everyday wears, but I think that I suffer, my looks suffer because of it. I don't know what I would do today, with my little cardigan, but in general, I really need a lesson in accessorizing.
No, I don't think you do. You just have bougie accessories on, so it just makes you look more elevated. You're just making the girly swirly top look more Chanel,
Thanks. This ring is all that fits me right now. Not my wedding ring, sadly. And this ring is usually on this finger.
Okay.
But the fingers are swole, so we'll just leave it at that. So even if I had all my cute accessories, they just don't fit right now, okay? But that's the thing about accessories, they actually do always fit. And so it's nice to invest in things that you don't have to worry about your weight.
Yeah, exactly.
At least me.
I know. And I'm trying to get pregnant right now. So I'm how am I going to model the belts? Matt was like, we'll just get you an extra large. I'm
add a hole.
No.
Oh, no, the other way. How can you make a belt bigger?
You can't.
You can, but you can make it smaller.
Can we make it the sizes bigger?
Yeah. Interesting. How's that going? Thanks for sharing that you're trying to get pregnant.
We're trying. We're out here trying, and
I'm
pretty early-ish on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to south of France next month, and I'm I feel for the aesthetic, it feels on brand for me to conceive in the south of France.
What methods are you using aside from, sex? But like ovulation tracking?
Yeah, so I'm using Inido, which is like you pee in a stick and then you put it into the thing. And then, that's the main one I'm using.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. The stick peeing is like the most precise.
But I'm getting a little confused about the chart. I'm just like...
Oh, well, we used Pre-Mom.
Claudia was the one who told me to. I was DMing her.
You take a picture of your stick every day, and it tells you like what level you're at.
I like this one better because I was like, I had just a million sticks, and I was like, okay, which one's darker? Like I was trying to read it, and this one you just put into your phone and it reads it.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it sounds similar. What's it called for anyone?
Inido.
Sponsor
me.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I don't know if you're
sponsor the toast too.
Codorium, Code Toast. No, Pre-Mom doesn't sponsor us either, but it's really great. There are a lot of great things like that, but it's important. It's hard to get pregnant. They don't tell you that.
I know. And the funny thing is like I'm such a prude. I normally like my whole life I was never the type of person who like talked about my sex life.
Yeah.
And now just like out the window. Like I'm with my girlfriends being like, okay, I had sex on this day. Yeah. Like it's like you now enter this new era where you're totally fine discussing your sex life with people.
That's so funny. I'm the same way. I think everyone would probably call me a prude as well. But like when it comes down, this is just business.
Yeah, this is business. I know. I'm like, get home. We gotta have sex.
It's like, have you ever said that before in your relationship? Like,
no, absolutely not. I never dirty texted with anyone. I've never sent nude photos. I've never done anything.
No, now it's like, let's go.
Yeah, it's time. I'm like, get your sperm over here.
Eggplant emoji.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's really beautiful. I'm very excited for you. It's a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
Wishing you luck. Yeah. No, it's fun, but also like enjoy the time before as well. What are you doing in the south of France?
Just being pargy.
Just like being pargy. Oh my.
Gotta go get pargy content.
Yeah. Like hopping around the coast.
We're going to Saint-Tropez for a week with just my husband and I, and then we're renting a house with our good friends who have 4 kids for a week.
Oh, fun.
I'm so excited.
That's how old are their kids?
They have 2 twin girls who just turned 5 yesterday. I was at their unicorn birthday party. It was the best day of my life. Then they have a son who's 6 and a son who's, I think, 7.
Nice.
So
that's
4.
Wow. Like 4 in
it's
3 years. That's crazy. That's like Danny and Nia in the Valley.
No, but I'm obsessed. I'm like, I want this giant full family with so much life. I don't know. I love it. I literally didn't want kids until I met them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of siblings?
I have a brother, but I'm not that close with him. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. More like career stuff. I was kind of always just being weird about being like, how am I gonna keep up work? And
it's so hard. I find myself like having these thoughts or like these conversations with people all the time. I guess it's like the age that we're at and like in our careers, like it's a crossroads, but it doesn't have to be, but it feels like one.
I know. And that's why I've been trying to shift my content a little bit. Like I just started vlogging again and like for YouTube, and I've been loving it. I feel like I have this like whole new vibe where it's totally just being myself. Like I'm saying shit that I'll totally get canceled for, and I just don't care. Like after watching Paul American, my brain chemistry changed, and I was like, I need to not give a fuck.
Wait, I love that energy. I was going to ask you if you watch Paul American because you remind me of Nina. Does anyone ever say that?
No, but
when you sat down, I was like thinking, who do you remind me of? I just was watching you on TV, and it's Nina.
Interesting. I've never heard that. I just think that their attitudes toward just not caring, because I feel like every year that goes by, like you've been the same way. I've been doing content for years, like 10 years. And it's gotten to a place where I'm just so scared to even show even the tiniest bit of personality, because I'm like, I'm going to get canceled. Yeah. If I'm doing this bouginess and that and this, like you can get canceled for literally anything nowadays.
True. Like I'll think about what I said, and like then you think about like the way someone could interpret it. And it's like, well, that's not what I said. But if that's what you're going to think, is it worth it?
Exactly. So I've been very playing it like too safe the last few years, where I'm just posting photos, no personality, nothing, like not sharing any bit of myself. And honestly, like a month ago, I was like, you know what? I'm actually a delight. I used that audio the other day, by the way, at the SI thing.
That is so funny.
I had to post it on TikTok being like, we are just such a delight. And it's true. You know what? I'm actually a nice person, and I know where my intentions are.
Right. You're like, I know I'm a good person. If I happen to come off in a way to someone that doesn't translate that way, I know that doesn't mean that I'm that way. I know who I am.
Exactly. And I can't live in fear.
It comes with age. You can't live with fear, and you have to like still have fun in the job. Like I feel like you could get to a place of like real burnout if like you're so curated and like in a box and just feeling like you can't make a move.
Exactly. And that's definitely where I was, especially being this like aesthetic girly. I'm just like, I'm actually kind of funny and fun and you know, so
you're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'll just do it on a different platform.
What if I posted something ugly?
Yeah. I mean, go to my husband's Instagram. You can see a million heinous photos of me unedited.
No,
He's always just like popping those up.
Like, what if you posted like a really like yellowy picture and like sepia tone? Like,
no,
you know?
never. It would never happen.
It would never happen. So where are you posting your person? Like you're on TikTok now, like just having
fun?
No,
not even TikTok. On vlogging. YouTube. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Great. What's your YouTube channel?
DiMicco.
Okay, check it out.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your journey to becoming an influencer and a designer? Like, I don't know. I don't know how you got your start, but like, did you have success influencing so you created a brand, or your brand is what like gave you this platform?
No. So I used to be an assistant buyer. I was like working in New York City. I was doing like product development, things like that. Then I was doing influencing on the side to try to get a better job. I really wanted to. I was a buyer for Lord & Taylor.
Oh, cool.
Which is like lame, you know. And I really wanted to work for like Revolve, Shopbop, applying. I knew no one. I had no connections. No one was answering me. So I was like, okay, why don't I put my outfits on a blog? You know, this was a really long time ago. On a blog to show my taste to hopefully get a better job. So then it started to pick up. My Instagram started to pick up. I started to get brand deals that were more than what I was making at my job. So then I finally quit my job. And then I actually met my husband the week after I quit my job at Coachella, which is hilarious.
What year was this?
2017. And then 2019, my husband was working in finance. He's a trader. He's like a total like type A dude. And we were like, what if we started a brand together? Because we would make like the perfect team.
Right. So you're the creative and like he's the
like business boring side.
Yeah.
So
boring.
Yeah, I'm like, you do the boring shit. Sorry. So we started the brand together. So we started Orium together, and yeah, that's how it all came about. I feel like something that's also unique to Orium is like I actually design every single thing. You know, I'm not like doing any AliExpress things or anything sketchy, and I just like, it's like my passion. It's literally such an extension of me. I care about it so much.
And I feel like it's one of the most successful influencer brands.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, like
I
feel like
think that.
I feel like I heard of Orium like before I even knew you.
Yeah, a lot of people say that to me.
Which is like that's unheard of.
Goal. That is the goal.
It's so separate from you. Like that you just seem like a founder, and then it's like, oh, she is a huge influencer. Yeah, that's what this is born from.
Well, that's really nice of you, because I don't feel that way.
Congrats to you. You don't feel that way.
No.
How do you see it?
I see it as like Orium is just,
it doesn't feel like influencer merch.
I feel like I'm definitely playing the long game, you know, like, which is what I try to tell myself when we're not growing as fast as I wish we were. Where I'm like, okay, we're doing everything right and we're creating product that someone wants outside of me. I don't want someone to just, you know, it's just a different game, right? Like when you're selling merch or something and someone's buying it because they just love you, that's like one thing. But I always wanted to create product that people would love, even if they had no idea who I am, which is definitely what we have achieved. Yeah.
So where can everyone check out Orium as well online?
Yeah. So Orium is orium.collective. I can make like a code if anyone wants to try to shop.
We love a code.
Toast 20 or Jack's 20? Toast 20. There you go.
Toast 20. Okay. Oh my God. Thanks so much. We love Toast 20. I'm going to shop it too. Thanks. I need some belts. I need some accessories.
Okay, I would have brought you stuff.
No, I know, but I want to support like a toaster-owned business.
That's very nice. I mean, it's actually crazy the amount of influencers and celebrities that purchase from us.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Didn't Hailee Bieber wear your earrings?
Yeah. She's worn. We've been on like every celebrity. It's been crazy.
Sick.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. Well, I'm so excited. This confluence of like you wanting to like put yourself out there more on the internet and coming on the Toast really couldn't come at a better time.
No, totally. Like I'm always joking. I'm like, for anyone listening, like you too can become fan, super fan, co-host.
Yeah, dreams come true. How long have you been listening to the Toast?
Okay, so that's the part I'm not that proud of. Like I started like early in the beginning of the year last year.
Okay, better late than never.
Yeah, so like I'm coming up on probably like a little over a year and a half.
Well, happy anniversary.
And whenever you guys take a break, I'm like, okay, maybe I go back to old episodes.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. And we'll do that this summer. We're going to re-release like some of our most popular, like funniest episodes where so many of our inside jokes come from.
Yeah.
So when we're off, like just look out for those. Watch this space.
Yeah.
Okay, well, great. I'm so excited you're here. We're going to do Fast Five today. We're going to get your opinions on things. And also, you're kind of close to some of the stories because you we're at swimsuit week in Miami. It's like a big week in Florida right now. You also live in Florida. I'm sorry, we didn't even touch on that.
Florida.
Which is so exciting. When I was like, I need Florida co-hosts. Like, who are the girlies in Florida? You're the first name that came to mind.
No, I appreciate that. Did you see how I answered the email in 0.1 second? I think you guys emailed me at 10:05. I think I responded at 10:05.
I think you were also the first person
all
to
caps,
confirm.
being like, yes!
Hence why she's the first guest.
I was like, way to not play cool whatsoever.
It's an order of response.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, me! I'm available.
Amazing. Well, we're so glad that you're here.
Yeah.
And just a couple of Florida girlies, former New York girlies, who have moved down to the Sunshine State and are just much
living
happier.
The best life.
Living the life.
Now we got to get Claudia to move. I'm working on it too behind the scenes. Don't you worry.
Because I feel like your job and working on getting her to move here is actually very important to the equation. Because, like, of course, I bring like the love and the family and like the steamy vibes.
10 times more important.
No. But like you bring the cool factor. Like I think a lot of the reason why she doesn't want to move here, it's like she thinks it's not the coolest because I don't do cool things. Like I don't show an attractive, like, you know, I don't make that enticing because I'm not like, I don't go out. I'm a homebody. Like I have 2 small children. Like what am I doing? But like when she sees you and it's like, oh, I could still do this, do that, parties, Carbone, bus club, another club. So that's really important. That's like the thing that's missing for her about moving down here.
The influencer scene in Miami is the coolest influencer scene, if I do say so myself.
Can you please elaborate? Because that's what will move the needle for her. Like,
okay, because one, everyone is a mom. And everyone is so secure in themselves. Like every single girl is so nice. So, you know, I just show up to an event. If I say I don't know anyone going, I don't even care because I know everyone's just so friendly and like a vibe and everyone's in their own world and has like a real life outside of being an influencer. And everyone is just like also super inspiring. Like all of them have multiple kids and then are very hardworking influencers. Like everyone is just
and
cool.
there's a lot of events.
Yeah, and there's tons of events. And there's like the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Like when I lived in New York, I remember going to multiple events every night of my life. I was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I need a real life. And I also I love having friends who aren't influencers too, obviously. That's how you like stay normal.
Right.
And I feel like it's like the perfect balance.
Yeah. How long have you lived in Florida?
I moved in the beginning of 2021. What about you?
I moved in 2022.
Okay.
So, yeah, nice. What brought you down here?
During COVID, my husband's parents have a place on the other coast of Florida. And when we were in New York City wanting to kill ourselves because it was the worst place in the world to be in during COVID.
The worst place in the world,
Actually, the worst. And they were like, okay, why don't you spend a month at our house? Because they're Canadian, so they weren't there. So we were like, okay. So we went down there, fell in love with just Florida.
Yeah.
You know, going to tennis and walking and working out and sun in December and no seasonal depression. And then we were like, okay, we can't live in a literal retirement community. Yeah. So we moved to Miami without knowing anything about Miami.
Nice. And where you
never
moved
left.
Immediately, is that where you've stayed?
No. So when I first moved to Miami, I lived in the Ritz in Sunny Isles.
Pargelish.
No, the pargiest place on earth.
Oh, I thought you were about to be like, no, not pargy.
No, it was actually too good. Like I was like, I don't deserve to be doing this at 30 years old. We had beach service, you know, you charge your drinks and food to your unit number.
So you were renting an apartment there?
Renting an apartment there, yeah.
Gargy.
Yeah, it was
Claudia, you could
gargy.
do that. Claudia, you can rent an apartment at the Ritz.
Yeah, it was like too good to be true.
She would love that.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. And then we were really far north because we were in Sunny Isles. But that's a great place for Claudia.
Yeah. Sunny Isles Parge.
And then, so now we bought a place in Edgewater, and now I'm hoping to buy a house in the next year.
Are you more of an apartment girl or a house girl?
No, now I really want a house. I'm dying for a house. I'm over the condo.
Yeah, I love house. Yeah. It's nice.
Especially because I have 2 dogs now. I just adopted a dog.
You just adopted a dog?
I just rescued a dog, yeah.
Oh, look at you.
His name is Grumpelstiltskin.
That's so cute. How old is he?
He's 4.
Nice. Bruno's age. They should have a play date.
I know. I was going to ask you if you were going to bring Bruno.
I actually thought about it because I brought a bunch of set decor. By the way, look at our set, and we're going to build it out every single day. But I just brought a couple of the items from home to make it feel like home. And I was thinking, I need to bring Bruno.
Yeah.
Like he's the ultimate accessory.
Exactly. He's part of the show.
Next time we record together. I feel like today's a great advertisement for Florida.
Yeah.
Like the governor needs to give me a key to the state. And I feel like this whole month is going to be that way because we're recording in Florida. A lot of Florida-based guests. Once I was doing this, I realized how many people live here.
Yeah.
It's a great place to be.
Yeah, it's the best.
Come on down. Today's episode is brought to you by the Florida Tourism Board. Okay, so let's get into the story, shall we?
Okay, perfect.
We have a lot to discuss because when we wrapped on Friday, major news broke 10 minutes later, and I never got a chance to discuss it. So I'm glad that you're here to help me break down the stories, the Fast 5 stories that you do need to know. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Caraway, which is so funny because my life is brought to you by Caraway. Caraway is non-toxic cookware made modern, which is amazing to be non-toxic. Like, of course, we are granola crunchy queens and we're living a low tox lifestyle, but they're also gorgeous, which is nice if you like nice looking things in your kitchen. I personally have a set of pink, not too far of a pink from what I'm wearing today, and I have cream pots and pans, and they're just the best. Everything that they make everything for your kitchen at this point. So they have wooden cutting boards, which we are using wooden cutting boards. Goodbye microplastics, see you never. They have a knife set, Parji knives, all the knives that you could need, and everything is also just so made so well to fit in your kitchen and take up as least amount of space as possible and just be really functional for your space. So Caraway gives me peace of mind when I'm cooking with Caraway. I'm not getting flakes of chemicals into my food, into my kids' food, and we've been cooking with Caraway for years now, and it's just so great. The other benefit is that it's non-stick, so cleaning is a breeze. You're not like scratching stuff off the bottom of the pan. It's amazing how it works. Anytime someone comes over and they see me cleaning my Caraway, they are immediately influenced to buy one. So if you're feeling influenced and you've been eyeing their internet famous 12-piece cookware set, now is the perfect time to buy. You can shop Caraway risk-free, enjoy fast, free shipping, easy returns, and a 30-day trial. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/toasters, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/toasters or use code toasters at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. Step into the non-toxic age. It's Parji over here. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Skylight, which is another fixture in my kitchen. So say goodbye to sticky notes and calendar confusion with Skylight. The Skylight calendar is here to keep your family organized. It's beautifully designed. It's a digital display and it syncs with your existing calendars, making it effortless to track events, appointments, and reminders in one easy-to-see place. I would say 8 months ago, we got a Skylight calendar in our kitchen, and it's the best thing ever. And both Zach and I are now on top of all of our appointments and all of our kids' appointments, classes, anything fun that they have going on. It never slips through the cracks anymore because we are all aligned with our Skylight calendar. I can add events to it. Zach can add events to it. We color code it by person. We could put the location in there, the time, and just everything is there. No one's asking me a million questions. You know what I mean? Skylight Calendar was designed to connect the digital and non-digital worlds by bringing families together. It's Wi-Fi connected. It's a digital display that showcases your family's schedule with clarity, color, and brilliance in either a 10 or 15-inch HD touchscreen. Also, when it's in screensaver mode, you can put up a photo or a slideshow of photos just like the Skylight frame, and it functions as both, which is amazing. Now, I'm such a calendar-oriented person that having one big one for my whole family that everyone can contribute to really has been a major key for my life. So right now, Skylight is offering our listeners $30 off their 15-inch calendars by going to skylightcal.com/thetoast. Go to skylightcal.com/thetoast for $30 off your 15-inch calendar. That is skylight.com/thetoast. It will simplify your life. If you have a big family or if you and your husband just can't get, or partner can't get on the same page of like communicating your schedules, this is a fix it. Like, okay, all of our problems solved. Thanks. Today's episode is also brought to you by Rowback. Okay, girlies, listen up, because pay attention, please, because we need to talk about Rowback's new summer drop. If you're a gal on the go, like coffee in one hand, AirPods in, calendar packed to the brim, listening to the toast, Rowback is about to be your whole personality. We are obsessed. Let's start with the demi dress. She's sporty, flirty. She's giving hot girl tennis vibes, even if your idea of cardio is running late. It's made with this magical performance fabric that's somehow breathable, flattering, and has built-in shorts. Yes, built-in shorts. Bless up, especially for the mamas who are constantly bending over and don't want their butt cheeks out but still want want to wear a cute dress that you can pull down without pulling the entire dress down. So no awkward bathroom acrobatics. We love her. She is the moment. Then there's the Steffi Active Skort, another skort, major key, which is just main character energy. You know when you're sprinting through a Target parking lot because you're late again. The Steffi says, I'm late, but make it chic. She's high-waisted, comfy, and also comes with built-in shorts because Roback gets us. Whether you're actually playing pickleball at 7 a.m. or just dressed like you are, I don't judge. Roback's got you covered. And honestly, this whole collection is peak sporty but polished energy. It's like they bottled up everything we love, functionality, style, comfort, and turned it into wearable serotonin. From morning matcha runs to midday errand chaos, these pieces show up. The colors are unreal, the vibe is immaculate, and if you haven't peeped the new Roback yet, this is your sign. Also, this is your code, because the code TOAST on Roback.com will get you a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com, code TOAST. Get on it, ladies. Okay, our first story, major Taylor Swift news. Before we get into it, like, where do you rank on the Swiftie scale? Like,
I'm not extreme.
Okay.
But I'm there.
Okay, so you're like me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know where your story you're about to tell, and I'm not as caught up on like the Scooter Braun.
Oh, okay. I'll be happy to catch you up, and that will also be good for the class in case anyone else is like, you know, just like a normal average person and like doesn't know every single detail about this. But Taylor Swift bought back her catalog of music. She announced on Friday that she now owns every piece of work she's ever made. Albums, photos, music videos, vault tracks, just like anything that she had made that got sold to Scooter Braun when he acquired Big Machine Records, right? That was the one. Scott Borchetta, Big Machine? Yeah, I think so. So what happened a few years ago was Taylor Swift was like an artist on a record label doing her thing as artists do. She was with Big Machine when she like first got her start. So all of the albums that she made were owned by Big Machine, which is how like the music industry works. And then eventually I think she left Big Machine. She went to Universal or something, but her albums were still there, and that's just again how things work. But then Scooter Braun like came in and acquired Big Machine, which meant that he got the rights to all of her music, and they have beef. They had beef because he's like in the Justin Bieber Kanye camp at the time that she was beefing with Kanye. There's like a notorious FaceTime where so he seemed to be like part of that team. So for that person to then go and have the rights to her music, in addition to everything else that Big Machine owns, but like for her it's very personal, she was livid. Yeah. Very, very livid. And so much so that she went and she started to re-record all those old albums.
Yeah, this I knew.
So that her fans could listen to it and it not profit them. Yeah. So she recorded Fearless, Red, 1989, and it became like a huge thing for her. And then she went on the Eras tour where she's like re-singing these songs, and everyone got to relive them. And like, not only is she releasing new music, but she's like re-releasing her old music. So there was just like, so it actually wound up being like a really fun, positive thing, like something good that came out of a negative thing. And we were just used to like her doing all these re-recordings to get back all of her songs so that everyone could stream her music. Reputation was the next album that was supposed to come out. Everyone like at the AMAs last week like thought she was about to announce Reputation, Taylor's version. And instead on Friday she announced that she bought all of her music back. So she put out a really long handwritten note like saying how this came to be, that like she's like so over the moon. Didn't think that this would happen, but like it came about and she was able to buy her music. And that actually she was re-recording Reputation. She didn't even get like 25% of the way through it because that album is very much a moment in time. Yeah. And to like kind of jump back into those feelings, like it wasn't really working, and now she doesn't have to because she owns the old Reputation. So she says she'll still release like the vault songs from Reputation. She re-recorded her first album debut, which hasn't come out yet. She really liked that. I think that might still come out, and which is just like a fun moment for the fans, and she gets to make like double the money now. But now everyone can go and listen to like the old songs, even though they're the same as the new re-recordings. Like it's just different, you know?
Wait, so how much did she have to pay?
I think she paid like upwards of $300 million. That's what I had been seeing. I don't know if that's confirmed, but that's like roughly what it is. And now that and those records were like getting devalued every day that she put out new music. Like, so it made sense for the person who owned them to sell them. And Scooter no longer owned them. He had sold them to Shamrock something. His company's Ithaca. They sold to Shamrock. It was said that like he still benefited from them for a while, so she didn't want to buy them. She didn't ever want to like buy them and like put money in his pocket. But in some way he must have divested and she was able to buy them. It did not benefit him at all. And now the value will go up. So it's really, she's the only person that could buy them and them not continue to decrease in value. It's just so interesting.
So now everyone's going to just listen to all the different versions, basically?
Everyone can listen to all the different versions. Like, so many of like the super fans are like, oh, thank God, because 1989 re-recording was not as good. And I never like really thought about it, but I totally agree. Like, and also so many of the songs were just like a moment in time. Like on Fearless, when she's like singing them, she's 19 years old, and now you sing them again, you re-record them as 33, and like, but they're kind of immature and they're like naive, and it just doesn't make sense to be like,
not the same emotion.
It's not the same emotion. I'm just like wide-eyed innocence. So we are the Swiftie Nation is whole
what a
again.
Power move.
I would say even though I am a Swiftie, you guys don't think I'm one, but I'm a fan of Taylor Swift, so I'm a Swiftie. But
you did leave the concert early.
Big enough for you bitches, and I did leave the concert early, and
because you were pregnant.
Because Claudia was pregnant.
Oh, because Claudia was
pregnant. Like I said, we left the concert early. Well, I mostly leave concerts early. I even left Rascal Flatts early. I traveled 3 hours across the state of Florida. I stayed in a hotel to see Rascal Flatts, and I even left that concert early because I leave concerts early to beat traffic.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
So that's like, I was happy to say, we left Taylor Swift early because like I like to leave early. We really left early because Claudia was struggling. Yeah. But like no one knew that she was pregnant yet. So like I just took oh my God, the comment section.
I remember.
And I hope they feel stupid now, okay? You never know what a person's going through.
Yeah, they could be pregnant.
They could be pregnant and struggling.
Yeah.
So I'm just being a good sister. And also say I am a Swiftie. I love her music. I've always loved her music. And this just feels like nature is healing.
Yeah, for sure. It's a big win for the swirls.
For the swirls, for the Swifties. So you're just like a passive Taylor Swift listener.
Yeah.
And so you weren't like having a block party when you heard the news, which is really crazy of you.
No, I'm not trying. I'm trying not to get canceled today, Jackie.
Oh, don't piss off the Swifties.
I know.
I know we want to speak our minds and be interesting, but I would just say a couple of third rails to avoid.
No, trust me, I
messing
know.
with the Swifties is not worth it. Even though you're all wrong all the time, I just like I can't.
No, I once got canceled by the Harry Styles fans.
What'd you do?
I was on my friend's story and we were doing like fuck, marry, kill or something, and I said kill Harry Styles, and I got attacked.
That's so crazy.
Like bad. Like tomatoes on all my photos, on everything. People coming for me.
Who did it with? Like, was
my
it on
friend
her,
Emma.
Was it on her story?
It was on her story, but she must have had crazy Harry Styles fans. I got put on some Twitter.
Emma who? Famous?
Emma Leger.
Oh, queen. Love her.
Yeah, we love. Like on some Twitter account or something, like a Harry Styles fan account.
That's
so
really
they all came for me. It was really scary.
Not serious.
It wasn't serious. It was hilarious.
But like, like that's really deranged.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm a big Swiftie.
Yeah, love. No, I'm really happy for Taylor. This is just makes sense. Like, I feel like everything is whole again. Swiftie Nation, like we're not split. SVs versus TVs, Scooter's versions versus Taylor's versions. Like everyone can listen to the music that they want. Taylor benefits from all of her work in perpetuity, and it must just be nice. Even the smaller things that she was saying, like music videos, photos, just any scrap of
work
paper
like that. Like she should own everything.
Yeah, but the music industry is just it's
predatory
built this way.
Right? Yeah,
and I mean, I don't know enough about it to say like it's wrong or it's right or this would be a better model. And you see artists like talking about it a lot because it's definitely imperfect. But like, I think, it's like 10% of the talent pays for like the 90% of the other people who don't make as much. And that's how they are able to like invest in new artists. So I don't know. There's got to be a better way. But don't look at me to solve the issue. Yeah. I'll just complain about it, That's
we'll
helpful.
Report on it.
That's always helpful.
Yeah.
Someone who complains and doesn't help.
Well, you're doing your job, We're giving the story today, so.
No, it's really celebratory news for the Swifties. I'm happy for everyone, and I think everyone had a really good weekend, like streaming. Oh, and then this news is going to be like, everyone's going to listen, and then the songs like just resurface again. So it just... it's just a net positive. I think it's a win for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
So I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend of listening to Taylor Swift. And also she's like back stepping out. She was out to dinner with Selena in New York City this weekend. They went to, what's that new place? Oh no, not
with Blake.
Monkey
though.
Bar. Not with Blake. Where do you stand?
I don't know. They both just seem like the worst at this point.
It's very messy. It's like every guest that comes on for co-host week, I have to ask them like, what do you think about Taylor Swift? What do you think about Blake and Taylor? Where do you stand? Like, there's like a laundry list. Is like, where do you stand on the issues?
Because what last we heard was that Blake might have been threatening Taylor, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to know if that's true. You can't. Everything's fake news nowadays.
Agree.
You don't know what's going on.
There's a lot of that too. It's a lot of confusion, like what's true, what's not, what's being made into a bigger deal than it was, and what is actually a big deal.
But the whole feud to me is just like, oh my God, it's too much.
Yeah,
going on for too long, too many things.
And the trial's set for March 2026, so like get used to it. Oh gosh, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so Taylor and Selena were at Monkey Bar, so she's like coming back out, and she's having fun. Have you been to Monkey Bar? It's in the city.
No, I'm like the type of person where my husband makes the reservation and I'm just there.
Oh, nice. I don't think I've been. Joey Camasta was just talking about it, though, that it's a good restaurant. So check it out. Yum.
They don't have one in Florida, though. So
no, they don't. But like that's how, like they have to bring one here. Everything that's like good in New York comes here. And that's also nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you go out to dine a lot?
It depends. Yeah.
Do you like to cook?
I'm trying.
You're trying. It can be done.
I would love to be able to make sourdough.
Oh my God, I would love to help you. I should have brought you starter. If I knew you were semi-interested, you don't even have to start like today if I bring it to you.
Okay, well.
But you could put it in your fridge until you're ready. Unless you have a friend who makes sourdough, like a local. No. Neither did I.
I can't even make banana bread. I tried to make banana bread the other day and it was disgusting.
Oh, well.
Like that's the level I'm at right now. I'm working on myself.
Did you follow a recipe?
Yeah, and I messed it up.
How? What'd you do wrong?
I forgot the sugar.
You forgot the sugar. Okay. At least you know. Like following a recipe is really like paint by numbers. Like
I know it's like a moron can do it, but then there's me. So
yeah, no, but I just want to say like when I got married or even right before I had kids, like I never cooked a day in my life. Like,
okay. So there's hope for me.
There's hope for anyone. Like if I can learn how to cook, anyone can learn how to cook. It can be done.
And you're like at the advanced level. Sourdough is advanced level.
I would say, sourdough is advanced baking, but I don't do other baking. And then for cooking, I'm very intermediate. Like I still have to follow a recipe. I don't just sort of like whip something up.
Yeah.
But if it tastes good, who cares?
Yeah. I don't know. My husband's a great cook.
Oh, well, you only really need one in the family.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's like Claudia and Ben. Right. Yeah. Are you ready for our next story, which is some happy couple news? I wonder who's the cook between Hailee Steinfeld and Josh Allen. They got married in California this weekend, which is so like normal and quick. It's actually fast even for normies.
Yeah.
Most people do a 1-year engagement. I don't even think they were engaged for a year. Shotgun wedding. Just kidding.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. The photos are so blurry. You can't even see her dress or anything.
Yeah, we haven't gotten like the photos yet. I don't know if she'll do Vogue or she'll post them herself. They are very private. We got like some aerial photos of her and Josh at the altar, of her and her dad. Larry David was there.
Wow, that's iconic. I'm obsessed with Larry
Guest
David.
of whom,
I don't know.
I don't think Josh.
Yeah. Where did they have the wedding?
In Ventura, California.
I'm not familiar.
I'm not familiar either, which is also funny because like he's from the Bills in New York. I wouldn't think them as like a California coastal wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would tap them as.
Maybe because most of their friends are in California.
Maybe. But everything that they do surprises me in a nice way.
Yeah.
It's shockingly normal.
I feel like if they were private about their wedding, that's kind of iconic. I feel like that nowadays that's cooler.
To be private?
Yeah.
Isn't it cool to have like a content assistant who like takes...
I think that's only if you're on the coming up.
If you're on the comment. Okay, so if you're there already, so no Vogue, you would say is cool. Like, what's the coolest way to do it?
Yeah, I guess you would do Vogue. Like,
you have to feed the people, and like, she looks really beautiful, and like, as a society, we need to be inspired by beauty,
sure.
and like fashion, and like, she needs to set the bar. What are the 2025 brides wearing? We need to know Hailee Steinfeld.
I know. That's why I'm like, what are these blurry photos?
What'd you wear to your wedding?
I was a COVID bride. I was supposed to get married in Marrakesh. Then I ended up doing like a 10-person wedding in Italy. But I have no regrets. It was the best.
Do you still wear the same dress as you would have worn?
Yeah. So I bought my dress for Marrakesh.
So it was like
big. Long sleeve and ornate. It wasn't big. It was like tight, just straight, but long sleeve lace. If I could do it again, I would do it differently.
Even if you were getting married in Marrakesh, it'd be a different dress?
No, but I ended up getting married in Tuscany. I would probably just go more like poofy classy kind of vibe.
Understood.
My style has evolved too. What did you wear to your wedding?
I wore a Carolina Herrera 3-tiered. If you saw it now, like you would be like, oh yeah, that's a normal style that people wear. But I was the first to do it. I'll pull up a picture. I think you will like it.
I'm sure you were parched.
No, I was so parched. I wouldn't change.
Where did you do it?
I got married at the Pierre in New York City.
Oh, iconique.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a hair on my head. And I wore my hair down for the ceremony and my hair up for the party, which is another decision I stand by.
Wow.
But like, so now like people have worn dresses like this, and it's like Valentino makes them, like a lot of people. But when I tried this dress, I'd never seen like a 3-tier like cupcake dress like this before.
Obsessed. It's like the perfect mix of classic, but like it's still kind of editorial
and like fun, because I'm a fun girl, you know, and like I still got to be me.
Yeah.
But I am getting married, and like, so I got married in 2019, or 6 years on now. I still feel so good about the look, and so I feel like I will feel that way forever. I wouldn't have done anything differently.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sorry you don't feel that way. But also, you're a COVID bride.
No, more. Yeah, I was more so just.
Can I see your wedding dress?
I don't have my phone. I can show it to you after. But
how convenient.
You can probably Google it.
Yeah, that's what I just did for myself. How scary.
I had a lot of looks because my wedding was basically a week-long trip throughout Italy. So I had
with 10 people?
Yeah, with just my immediate family.
Oh my God, fun.
It was actually the best. I have no regrets. Despite what I do, I actually despise attention. I don't like attention.
I'm the same. And I feel like no one will believe me no matter how many times I try and tell you guys that. But I am the same. I'm very shy.
Yeah.
Like I can't give a speech at like a wedding or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would literally, I get so nervous. I've only had to do it a few times. Oh, you were in Brides.
Yeah, so I had other cool looks, for my wedding.
Really gorgeous.
But my wedding venue was cool.
I mean, this is really beautiful. Like when I see this, I don't think like, oh, she had a COVID wedding. You know, you did it right. If you could get married again now, like what would you do? Not being a COVID bride.
The same thing. Honestly, I feel like I'm not the type of person that's like, my wedding is the best day of my life. Mm-hmm. Like I'm just not that person at all.
But it's so easy to get sucked into it.
Exactly. And that's why I'm glad I did what I did. It was just...
How many people were you going to have in Marrakesh?
Not that crazy. It was going to be like 80 or 90.
Okay, that's not so crazy.
Yeah, but I loved having a small wedding. Highly recommend.
Yeah, highly recommend. That's another recurring conversation I'm having during Jackson Friends. It's like, so what was your wedding like? What kind of bride were you?
Yeah, I feel like now... You could go two ways. You could either like really try to capitalize on it as an influencer or be a little bit more low-key about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess in hindsight, I capitalized on it as an influencer, though that was not what I set out to do. I had a big wedding.
You just got sucked in.
I just got sucked into like wedding. And then it happened to be something that like people really enjoyed following. But it was very genuine. Like I didn't have a content assistant. Like I kind of wish that I did now. Because now on my anniversary, I feel like I find myself posting like the same 10 photos. And I wish I had more photos.
Well, you need more photos with your husband, just in general.
Oh, well, yeah, unless it's his birthday. Like, we never take a picture together. And, like, you know, I'm in a transitional period in my life. Like, I want to post photos from 2019. Like, until I get to the other side of what I'm got going on here.
No, you look amazing.
Thank you so much. It's really sweet of you to say. But, like, until I get to the other side, like, we're not taking a million photos. And, like, whenever we take pictures, like, it really is with our kids, like, who's taking a picture of the two of us?
Tripod.
Like
I will be in the south of France with a tripod. No shame.
So you set up like like the legs and everything.
Yep.
Does your husband take a lot of your pictures? Does he have the eye like you do?
He does have the eye, and he only takes my photos now when we're on vacation because, you know, obviously I have an actual employee who's an assistant. Like my husband's not trying to be my everyday assistant. So he crushes the photos. He's great at it. And anytime he's in my content, it does so much better. And he obviously rubs it in my face being like, you need me for engagement.
You need me. You're nothing
He's like, your views looking low because I'm not in it. Like he totally torments me. But he also is like very well dressed, like fashion killer guy.
You guys together are like
and
that.
he dresses himself. Like that's him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And how do you guys like working together? Well, I hope you like it.
There's my PR answer and there's my real answer.
It must be hard.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard because we're also just so different. I'm like rainbows and butterflies and I want to have fun. Like even when I'm working, I want it to feel fun and be fun. And he's very like serious and type A and like business. But there's a lot of pros and cons. But at the end of the day, like the bond of like building something together is like unbreakable.
And what's the PR answer about the bond?
Yeah, that's my PR answer. And then my real answer is like, it's challenging. Like we are like, I'm type B, he's type A. We have no like boundaries. But we are also obsessed with each other. We spend every waking second together. We're like freaks.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I love freakiness. Well, mazel tov to Hailee and Josh. We look forward to seeing more photos, but they really could do no wrong in my eyes. They're quickly becoming like one of my favorite couples of all time.
Yeah, yeah.
What teams do you root for? Do you root for Florida teams?
I root for change the channel. I don't want to fucking watch sports.
I feel like that's the thing about Florida. Like everyone who moves here are transplants, so like the sports teams like don't really get a lot of love because everyone's like has ties to back home.
Yeah,
you know, like we still root for the Cowboys because my husband's a Cowboys fan. But go Dolphins, you know. Like I would love to see. Like I would love to see the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. Like fins up, baby.
I need to improve my sports skills, especially what if I get a son? You know, like.
Yeah, no,
my husband's a sports person. He used to play hockey, so.
Oh, go off. Where'd he play hockey? Like in college?
Yeah, he played hockey at Harvard, and then he went to go semi-pro or something. I don't even know, to be honest.
Where'd you go to college?
Marist. You probably have never heard of it. It's
I
like
have Marist.
Yeah, it's in upstate New York. It's like a small school.
So did I in upstate New York, a small school. I went to Colgate.
No way.
Where in upstate New York were you?
Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie is nice, and it's not nearly as far from the city as where I was. And Snooki's from Poughkeepsie. Were they very proud of her when you were there? Did they have like pictures of her all over
I feel like I do remember being like, okay, this is a bar like Snooki comes to sometimes. And we were like, cool. Cool.
Well, that is really funny. Okay, our next story, actually, you are our insider because SI Swimsuit runway show took place at Swim Week this week. So Swim Week is taking place in Miami right now. And the big news is the Sports Illustrated runway, as it usually is. But I feel like it was even bigger this year. They had their usual models, their cover stars. And they also had a lot of like influencers and not, you know, first time models like Stassi and Bethany Frankel were like the two that jumped out to me. And they looked amazing.
Yeah. So I actually got to go. Remy invited me to come see her. And the vibes were 10 out of 10. It was just such a cool, fun night for women. Like when Bethany Frankel came out, I cannot even begin to tell you. I was like, no way is that her. First of all, she gave no fucks. Like her energy was just like, I'm fucking here, baby. Yeah. Like, let's go. Like she was just shaking her ass. She looked unbelievable.
So it's probably like easy to have that energy when you look so amazing.
Yes, but like it was like deeper than that. Like it was like her energy, you know, like her energy was just so inspiring, you know. That's
such a nice thing to like say.
Yeah, like it was just like she was just like, yeah, like I'm Bethany, I'm here, and she was like probably had like one of the most like biggest energy there. And then Stassi was amazing. She looked phenomenal. Insane. Her body looked insane. And I know how before she was like being like, oh, I'm jiggly, hee hee hee. Like, girl, no, you're not, bitch. You weren't jiggly at all. Your body was tight.
Yeah.
She looked amazing. Remy looked amazing. Remy was obviously serving it. Like, she had like such a sweet caption about her body and like the surgery and everything she's been going through. Obviously, everyone, if you don't like Remy, like get a life. God, like she's the best. And
like leave Remy alone.
Yeah, leave Remy alone. Who else? Alex Earl obviously just looked stunning. Like I was like, no surprise, she's perfect.
Did the splits?
Oh yeah, she was amazing. I wasn't familiar with like every single person that walked down the runway, but the vibes were just awesome, and everyone looked great, and it was just like so many body types and ages and everything. It was very cool.
No, it really looked amazing, and I have to give Sports Illustrated their flowers because it even translated like to the viewers, and I've been really hard on them because I think that they're like recent covers choices are just like so stupid.
They need
well, you were there, so like
no I just think that for like the editorial side they could do a better job, and I felt like the bikinis, like the fashion was not good.
I
feel like I'm allowed to say
photos, like Claudia, like some of the cover, even photos that made it to the cover, like looked like something that someone takes on for their Instagram on vacation. Like it's just the bar needs to be higher, and I will never, like, even if you had my 4 favorite people in the world, like I want one cover star every year. Like I just feel that's so much more iconic.
Yeah, and I think the swim that they're choosing and the looks could be better.
Oh, better swim, better accessories,
better everything.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't love some of the swimsuit choices.
It's not iconic. I already like forget who was on the cover. I remember from this year because it was 3 weeks ago, but like last year we already forgot. The year before we already forgot. But I could tell you who was on the cover in 2014. Yeah, didn't forget. Like, Kate Upton, never forget.
Yeah, that was iconic.
Yeah.
And obviously Nina was on the cover at one point.
The 3 girls, like that was such an iconic photo. We don't get those sorts of photos anymore. So I still feel that way.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm also obsessed with Selma Hayek.
Oh, yeah. So it was Claudia.
Iconic.
Yeah. Even if she was the only cover, like, cool. Okay. Like, make a choice.
Stunning. Because, like, before they walked, there was a video playing of, like, the shoots and stuff. She didn't walk, obviously. Okay. I feel like that would have been... She doesn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Like, of her at the shoot, and she looked phenomenal. I'm like, I get why you're married to a billionaire. Like, it adds up.
It adds up. No, it looked really, really awesome. I'm glad that you were there and are able to tell us that, yes, it was actually more awesome than it looked.
Yeah. The vibes were parch.
Nice. Did you do anything else for swimsuit week?
Yes, I went to, like, the Monday show. That was amazing, too. Like, when...
Monday swimwear?
Yeah, Monday swimwear.
Influencer own brand.
Yeah, exactly. And two best friends. So when that was such a cool show.
Best friends.
Like, that was such a cool show with them walking down at the end, because it was just, I don't know, the girl camaraderie of two best friends building, like, Monday is a big brand. Like, they're very successful.
Yeah.
And so to see them still being close, like, after like 10 plus years, however long they've had the brand, you know, running it with the bestie, it's cool. It's amazing. It's inspiring.
It is really cool. I feel like swimsuit week is really on the up, like, the last few years. I feel like it was one of those, like, fashion weeks that could maybe have, like, fallen by the wayside. Like,
no, it is. It's an acquired taste. No, but obviously I've been to, like, real fashion week, and it's polar opposite vibes.
No, but I feel like it's getting so much buzz and, like, so much love, and, like, so many people come in for it, and it's, like, really something that could have gone away maybe a few years ago, or just been, like, for buyers and stuff, and now it's having, like, a renaissance.
I think it's also because real fashion week is now just becoming so boring.
Yeah, no, this is fun.
Yeah, this is fun, and people you want to see, and, like, dancing down the thing and smiling, and it's just, like, pargy vibes versus, like, you know,
like,
so
ugly, miserable,
serious. Yeah. Like, every time I go to Fashion Week, I would get depressed, and now I don't go anymore.
And you were not depressed. The serotonin levels were high at swimsuit week.
It's fun. I wore, like, this blue tight sparkly dress with, like, shell boobies. Like, I normally would never be leaving the house like that, but I'm like, okay, when in Miami Swim Week, let's go.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Is it still going on?
No,
it was like this weekend.
I think it's done.
Okay, well, I enjoyed it while it lasted. Today's episode is also brought to you by Armra Colostrum. The name on everybody's lips is Armra, and it's also colostrum, because once you've entered the colostrum game, there is no going back. So if you don't know, because we don't talk about colostrum enough on our show, which I feel like we do a good job of keeping the population abreast of the benefits of colostrum, I'm just going to let you know what it is. It's the first milk that you produce when you have a baby. It's the first breast milk. Before your milk comes in, you're producing colostrum, which is a thick, nutrient-dense substance that gives your baby everything that it needs in the first days of life. Pargy, right? I want some. So Armra has harvested bovine colostrum so that we can take it every single day, and it is amazing for hair, skin, nails, shininess, glowiness. It's the best, and everybody's on the Armra grind, and, like, not to make you feel left out, but if you're not, like, you can't sit with us. So Armra has given us a great code TOAST to get 15% off your first order. It is the one thing that you can add to your everyday that will really make a huge difference in how you feel, how you're moving. It's just the best, and I love Armra. I've been using Armra. I remember I started taking it, like, when Charlie was born, so he's almost 2 years now, and I'm extremely pleased. We've worked out a special offer for our audience to receive 15% off your first order. Go to tryarmra.com/toast or enter TOAST to get 15% off your first order. That's tryarmra.com/toast. You will love it. You will love it. Today's episode is also brought to you by Thrive Cosmetics. Yes, we want to look beautiful on the inside and the outside, and we are doing that with Thrive because they have the best makeup products. They are so beautiful. We have been using Thrive for years. We've been partnered with Thrive for years. We get all of their new products, and every single one is better than the next. From their mascaras, their lip glosses, their stains, everything is just so beautiful. We love their liquid lash extension mascara. If Claudia were here, she would prattle on about how she once burned off all her eyelashes when we were in Utah, and she really struggled to get that volume back. And with Thrive, she's able to achieve that look. She loves the mascara. I love the Brilliant Eye Brightener. It's a little highlighter. You can dab it on the inside of your eyes, wherever you would like to get a little glow. I love glow, and Thrive has just the best products. Also, they are a cause-driven brand, which we love. They've donated over $150 million worth of product and cash funds to over 600 partners across the U.S. Their transformative impact is made possible through the support of their wonderful customers like us. So try your new trusty favorites with an exclusive set for our listeners. New customers can get the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara and a mini-sized Brilliant Eye Brightener at a special price with free shipping at thrivecosmetics.com/toast. That's Thrive Cosmetics. Thrive Cosmetics, because they're cause-driven, CAUSEMETICS.com/toast. We love Thrive Cosmetics, and you will too. Today's episode is also brought to you by Legacy Box. Now, as a family-run business and a family show and a very close family with a lot of memories, Legacy Box is very near and dear to our hearts, so much so that we wish that we invented it because it's the best idea ever. Do you have a box, a closet, a room filled with old photos, VHSs, all this stuff that you don't know what to do with it or even how to watch it because you don't have a VHS player anymore, which is weird of you because everybody totally has one. Well, Legacy Box is now digitizing all of your memories. So the way that it works is Legacy Box will send you an empty box. You fill it with all of the things that you would like digitized, whether it's photos, that way you can have them on the computer forever. You don't have to worry about losing them, whether it's VHSs, DVDs even, because I lost my DVD player as well. They will upload everything and digitize it so that you will have it forever. It's the most amazing gift for someone. It's also just one of those things that you should just do, that you're always thinking, what do I do with all that stuff? And it's like, check it off your to-do list, digitize all of your memories so you do not have to worry about losing them, about storing them, whatever it is. It is the best. And it's also a great gift with Father's Day coming up. Like, give dad the gift of amazing memories. He will love it. We've loved Legacy Box, getting to see all these videos of ourselves when we were kids. We used to always film ourselves singing, dancing, and it's funny to see how we're literally the same and we're such stars. And all these memories that we would have otherwise probably not seen again, we get to relive over and over again thanks to Legacy Box. And it's the best company and they're doing important work. So check protecting your memories off your spring cleaning to-do list with Legacy Box. Visit legacybox.com/toast to shop their $9 tape sale and get 90 days free access to Legacy Box Cloud. That's legacybox.com/toast to unlock this incredible offer. It's not just about decluttering, it's about preserving your family's legacy so future generations can experience these moments too. That's so true. I'm just thinking about myself, but think about your kids and your grandkids. They're going to want to see you dancing to Spice Girls in your living room, right? Legacy Box is the place to do that. Are you ready for our next story?
I am.
Little Miley news. Miley's been in the news a lot because her new album, and not Endless Summer, that was 3 albums ago, Something Beautiful, just came out. And she is opening up about how she feels about her dad's relationship with Elizabeth Hurley, which is what we want to know. So Miley said she's handling her parents' new relationships like a grown-up. She shared her feelings on her father, Billy Ray's romance with Elizabeth Hurley during Saturday's episode of Interview podcast, not The Toast, explaining that she's being an adult about the situation. She said, at first it's hard because the little kid in you reacts before the adult in you can go, yes, that's your dad, but that's just another person that deserves to be in his bliss and to be happy. She said, so my adult self has caught up. So I guess at first she was taken off guard a little bit, and now she is cool with it. She said, I think timing is everything. There's been enough bridges now of time to get us all reconnected in regards to her repairing her relationship with her dad and her whole family kind of coming back together. She added that she's had to learn to respect her parents as individuals. I just want to say, even if it was her kid brain reacting to her dad, but it's Elizabeth Hurley, even my kid brain would be like, oh my God, fun, bedazzled. Queen.
I feel bad with how much drama there is with her and her family. It's okay, no amount of success and money in the world can take away.
And I feel like
family is,
as much as they can put a lid on it, even if it's not, what's under the lid is still not healed. I want them to close the lid and work it out as a family. It was getting really public and ugly.
Yeah.
And I think Billy Ray is doing better. I think if he can hold down his relationship with a woman like Elizabeth Hurley, who seems to be of sound mind and really successful, then he must be okay. Not the person who performed at the inauguration.
Maybe she's forcing him to get therapy.
I think so. I think she's helping him.
Yeah.
And that is good for his relationship with other members of his family. So I'm going to choose to just see it as rosy and oh yeah, she fixed him. He is good.
Yeah.
Miley, Billy, good. It'll never be how it was on Hannah Montana. What was your favorite show growing up?
SpongeBob.
Even when you were in high school?
In high school. Like the hills and all that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or Laguna Beach.
You went straight from SpongeBob to Laguna Beach?
Yeah. No in between.
No in between.
Oh, you know what my favorite, like My Super Sweet 16 and
okay. You were MTV
ridiculous
girl.
shows.
You were on MTV.
Yeah.
That's good. Did you ever watch Fat Camp on MTV?
No, I know you guys were on it, but
okay.
I know I
was
didn't
like,
watch it.
Did you see me?
Did you see my first appearance as a celeb?
Like, I literally, that's of everything I'll ever do in my life. And we do cool stuff. Like, you're here on the toast. Nothing will ever be cooler than being on MTV's Fat Camp. And like, my only regret in life is not signing the waiver that I would be on television, because then they would have put me in it more. So a little behind the scenes scoop is that I never signed the waiver, the consent form to like be on TV. And so they had this one scene and they wound up putting my face on it. I'm glad they didn't blur me out. Imagine how sad that would be. But it was like no one at my school knew I went to Fat Camp, and I didn't want to like just blow up my spot. And like for my sisters too, like no one knew that we went there. So like, no, I don't want to be on TV. But I didn't like ever say I don't want, like a part of me wanted to just like be on it a little bit, which is exactly what I got. But if I had signed the waiver early in the summer, like they would have included me more. The two girls, Adisa and Logan, were in my division. So like I was at activities with them and stuff, but they're not going to put the camera on people who don't want to be on camera.
I'm going to argue with you and say that being on Fat Camp show wasn't your peak.
Not my really? Oh, do you see me? I was so skinny.
I'm sure this show gets more views than that show did.
I was so skinny. Like it was just a moment in time. Like it's so iconic. Oh no, you like live in those. Never to be replicated. Never to be duplicated.
There's still time. Maybe you could be like on Housewives of Florida one day. You never know.
No, I don't want to be on TV ever.
No, I know. I don't either.
And that's why I never signed the form. Yeah. But I just wish in that one moment, like for my future self, even though it probably would have been painful in the moment, maybe I would have been bullied. Maybe it would have knocked me down so bad that I couldn't have the confidence to do this, what I'm doing right.
Exactly.
Everything happens for a reason. Exactly. It's true. But, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Anyways, back to the Cyrus family drama. Oh, and Miley's album came out on Friday, which to know nothing happened, which is just so weird. Like, I don't know why her PR and her team is just so illegitimate sometimes.
I know.
You would think that the rollout would be more bussin', and it's just not.
They need to pay some TikTokers to use the audio or something at least.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like she always slips through the cracks as an artist, and she's always having to fight for legitimacy. And it's yes, everyone needs to respect you, and everyone sleeps on Miley all the time. It's disgusting. But on the other hand, your team stinks.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that too. I feel like she could be Taylor Swift level if she was playing the cards right.
Yeah, if the marketing and the rollouts, the rollout is not rolling.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of the music.
I have one song, End of the World. I have that saved on my songs. I started listening to the album, but the prelude was really painful. She's talking and it's just it was not my vibe.
Yeah.
But that's also Miley's gonna Miley, As much as I love her so much, there are parts of her that I can't relate to because she's so artistic and
yeah. That's what's hard. Is you have to be super commercial. There's a fine balance of being commercial and being.
She won't do it
yourself.
Commercial. She won't do it.
Yeah.
She's just being Miley.
But she clearly doesn't care. She just wants to be herself.
But then I do also think she has a chip on her shoulder. Even at the Grammys, in every speech, she's finally you bitches nominated me. She has a chip, but she also doesn't care. I guess it's us.
Kind of like you guys, but you don't actually need to have a chip.
No.
You guys had Billboard the other week.
The chip is essential. It's essential.
It's essential to the keeping focus.
I think so. I think it's essential to our personalities.
Yeah.
And the thing is, so many things happen, and it validates the chip. We are so overlooked. Don't you find?
No, I don't find.
You don't? From an outsider's point of view, you feel we get our flowers?
Yes.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah. I feel hopefully I'll bring in a totally different type of audience today.
I look forward to it. Please come on over. You guys, you will love it.
You will love it.
I feel a lot of our girls know Orium.
You think so?
I do, but not enough. I think there's more synergy to be had here.
Yeah.
We're not.
My demos is a little older.
Oh, is it? We love older.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh, nice.
How old are you?
32.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm a millennial to my core.
Are you? Good.
I can't
Millennials
be Gen
are
Z.
having a renaissance ever since Gen Z really fumbled the bag. Everyone loves millennials again.
What's do you know the percent of what Gen Z is the toast?
Well, it's 18 to 35 is the demo we get, range. And that's mostly everyone who listens to the show.
Yeah,
not everyone, but I don't know, 90. I'm just making it up, but that feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
Yeah.
Which is just a little update on an ongoing story regarding JoJo Siwa and her Big Brother co-star Chris Hughes, because after weeks of them like flirting on the show, her like renouncing her status as a lesbian, they are officially in a relationship. Or like, yeah, he posted a picture of them like naked in bed saying Sleeping Beauty. So like, yeah, I'm going to call this one.
Very hard launch.
They're together.
Not soft.
Before this picture, I saw like other pictures of them. I think they were on vacation and like, they were being very coupley, but in the way that could be like, oh no, we're just friends. And I'm like, if they tried to even fucking pull this shit of like, we're just friends, like, no, you're not. And now they are admitting
they went
that
full
they are
in
together.
bed pic. That's aggressive.
I know, but they're both like internet people. Like, that's what people do. So yeah, that's a relationship. And I'm glad, you know what?
It's kind of weird.
I'm glad that they're giving it a shot. I don't know how it will work because I don't know either of them. But like, I think there like this whole dynamic from the show and like her exploring and like finding herself, like I think she needs to see this through, whether it works out or not. Like she has to go down this road of Chris Hughes.
For sure. I also think she is kind of like a child star. And as we know, lots of the child stars have a lot of like trauma and things to work through.
Yeah.
I saw the funniest TikTok the other day, actually. That was this like Gen Z girl being like, JoJo Siwa, a lesbian, got a boyfriend, and I still can't get a boyfriend. And I was like, oh, I get why some of the Gen Z girlies are being like, I can't get a boyfriend, but JoJo Siwa can?
Girls, boys, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, let it be a hopeful for you.
Yeah. I mean,
if JoJo Siwa can have a boyfriend,
you too can.
I don't know. I feel like there's something mesmerizing about JoJo that like maybe you don't have.
She's like a star.
Yeah, no, she has like a big personality.
She seems sweet and nice and like funny, and like I'm sure she's like fun and funny to be around.
Yeah, I've heard. I think she did an episode of Good Guys, and they loved having her. Like they loved their conversation with her. Yeah, so that's always like a good indicator of how someone like can like. So I think she's got riz
for sure, and I feel like she is like young, that she's in her experiment phase.
Yeah,
you know, just trying to figure herself out.
Who is JoJo? That's normal. Yeah. So I'm glad that they are together and like that this is like full circle, regardless of how it goes. Like I really don't care about either of them, but like I'm glad to like that we're seeing this through.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah. I think it will also, a
lot of full circle moments here. You being on the toast, Taylor getting her records back, Josh and Hailee getting married, the Cyrus family coming together.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
I don't want this to end. I can do this all day long.
I know. Well, what else do you have to share with us? Like anything like juicy that will make news, headlines? What'd you see at Swim Week? Like
nothing. I don't know. Just what I was showing you. All the girlies looking hot.
Yeah. No one was like a total bitch backstage.
No. I feel like I get lucky that I don't really encounter people like that anymore.
Yeah, I know. People don't act like that anymore, really. That's why it's like so shocking when someone does, especially an influencer, because I do think this day and age, like influencers know better. Like that's a classic trap. Like you're not going to catch someone like being rude.
Yeah, no, for sure. When I was younger, like for more like a few years ago living in New York, there was a lot of influencers who were mean as shit.
Yeah, but then like they got called out in like major ways. And now I think everyone, I would hope, is just like smarter than that. Even if you're still like mean on the inside, they know better than to act like that in public. You know?
I don't know. I think there's still people being bitchy out there.
Really? Oh, you'll have to name names.
Yeah, like on like when you're doing like the more fashion week scene and stuff like that, it's different people.
I agree with that. Those people are
everyone's taking themselves so serious.
Yeah.
And it is serious. I get it. But
and I guess
it's not fun.
No, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Well, have you had fun? Do you want to start a podcast now? Do you like podcast? Or you love podcasting?
I would never start a podcast, I think, because I feel like it's so much more fun to do it with a co-host.
Yes.
And then if I'm by myself.
No, you need to have you don't need to have a co-host, but it's more fun. It's way easier. Like I would advise co-host or, constant guests.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's actually a lot of room in like, especially fashion and podcasting. And I've been seeing like a lot of like just new fashion podcasts popping up and like people really enjoy them. But I feel like you're so visual. Like we want to see you.
Yeah. I feel like I have enough on my plate for now, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back anytime though, if you want to like just get a little pod in.
Have you done
podcasts before?
It. Yeah, I've done a million, but all of the podcasts I've done have been very like business like focus.
Right, you're also very like Forbes, which we didn't even touch on. You know, like you're really a woman in business. Like we made
I
a
don't
joke.
consider myself that
No,
at
I know,
all.
but that's how you come off. Like you say we come off like people who like shouldn't have a chip. You come off like so legit, like women in business, female founders.
Okay, I appreciate that. I feel like I'm more just like...
You need to go on Megan's podcast. Confessions of a Female Founder, Lemonada.
No, she sounds...
And like
I feel
you
like
come
she'd
here
be
like
awful.
come here to like let your hair down, but like you are very like corporate girly.
No,
which is
I'm
good.
not. I like the
Well,
way
that's-
I
you had a
manage my
success-
team is actually hilarious. Like I'm like the lines of professionalism are so blurred. It's actually out of control. Like my assistants are like, I literally joke that I pay them to be my friends. I'm like, hi guys, like what's happening? I like answer, I do all my Zooms of like important business in like a robe and a towel on my head. I'm like, sorry guys, running late, didn't have time to get ready. Here I am.
Women in business.
Yeah,
crushing
women in
it.
business. Like there's no rules. And anytime my husband tries to yell at me, I'm like, this is how I manage the girlies and this is how I operate.
You're doing something right. You're doing a lot of things right. So,
Yeah, I think I just really care and like it's very honest and very much just like authentic of what I'm trying to make. I'm just trying to make the girls look cuter. And
no, and
chicer.
you really do. So everyone can check out Orium at orium.collective, code TOAST20.
Yep.
You can check out Cass's Instagram, which is incredibly pargy, at Cass DiMicco.
Yes, the Instagram aesthetic doesn't match the personality. As you guys hopefully saw today, I'm like
No, I'm glad
much
that we
more
got
fun than I am on my Instagram.
No, for sure. But we need pargy Instagrams too. Like,
For
don't
sure.
knock them.
Yeah, yeah.
I love like an aesthetic, just like beautiful, aspirational Instagram. That's exactly what yours is. And your brand is so beautiful. And everyone should check out everything Cass. And you're vlogging now too. So if you want more Cass, head over to YouTube.
If you want more just fun stuff.
Yeah.
I vlogged being like, I'm going on the toast.
Oh my God. Could I be in the vlog?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
I
we'll
can
vlog
also
right after
send you
this.
like clips from this episode if you want to include them.
Yeah, I will.
Synergy. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay, amazing. Because I can be like co-hosting with the Jacqueline Foulet. Like title that. Oh no, that's not good for SEO.
That's not good for SEO.
Not good
Unless
for
like it's a
SEO.
huge Devil Wears Prada fan.
I
And then
know.
they're like, what the fuck is
Who the
this?
fuck is Jacqueline Foulet?
That is not Jacqueline Blay. We know. That's really funny. Thank you so much for joining
Thanks
the Toast.
for
We have
having me.
loved having you. To the Toasters, I love you so much. We will see you tomorrow for another Pargelicious fun episode of Jackson Blank. Love ya. Bye.
Love ya.